Hey y'all, IRIX Guy here, back again with another episode of Epic Drone Show. Now today I actually wanted to do it in the field because I have something really cool for everyone, and you can see here this case just looks absolutely amazing. I've got my Phantom 4 in it, controller, extra battery, room for 3 more batteries if I want to add them, for a total of 5 batteries counting the one in the Phantom. Got my quick disconnect prop guards, the controller, short iOS cable, iPod Touch that I use to fly it, and everything. So check the link within this video's description. You can find it all on epicdroneshow.com. But within this episode, what I want to talk about is some news that hit at the time of posting this video. News hit this week, and it's the GoPro drone known as GoPro Karma. It's been the news has hit that it's likely not going to hit the market until the end of calendar year 2016. Now, a lot of people may perceive that as a negative, especially people that are interested in GoPro stock, because they may not understand what may be coming. But actually, I look at it as a positive, because what I feel likely is happening is that hopefully we'll see a 360-degree spherical camera on the GoPro Karma, and hopefully it'll come out after the GoPro Hero 5, because I feel that if GoPro had released the Karma early in 2016 as expected, that it may have been a situation where it may have been a requirement to use the GoPro Hero 4 Black, which is a good camera, but it's becoming older and older technology day after day. So I think it's smart that GoPro is waiting. Now, would I wait till the end of the year if I didn't have something really big to bring to the table? Probably not. But my expectation is that hopefully GoPro will hopefully have something really big. Like I said, a spherical camera, possibly something that does 8K. Again, 8K is not something that most people would even use yet unless you're cropping, but 8K would be nice, especially if it had 4K 60 frames per second, double the frames per second of most cameras on the market today, including the Phantom 4. Phantom 4 tops out at 4K 30 frames per second. So a lot of good stuff coming. Have heard rumors trickling in that some people may have the Typhoon H from Yuneec, and that's something that, you know, if they do, all power to them, because, you know, that could be again, on paper it looks like a cool drone, but if you've watched my videos, you may be aware that I canceled. I apologize, I'm adjusting the camera here while we go. I was getting tired of crouching down. But you may have noticed that I canceled my Typhoon H pre-order because of some of the posts that several of my top fans shared with me. Now, again, I'm not one to buy into fear. I feel that that's something silly, because ultimately I do feel that the Typhoon H is cool on paper. I mean, it's got retractable landing gear. It's got a 4K camera. What it doesn't have on paper is something that on paper seems to be as good or better than Lightbridge that you get with the Phantom 4 or the Phantom 3 Professional, or even the Phantom 3 Advanced for that matter. Now, Advanced, you don't get 4K, you get 2.7K, but you still get the Lightbridge. So a lot of stuff brewing in the drone industry. And then also, as I had mentioned previously, and I apologize, I keep looking at this screen because I brought my studio kit. I've got an external viewfinder, but I left the battery, so I couldn't use it in the field, so I'm making sure I'm still in the camera's frame here. Yeah, Lily camera, quite a disappointment. Still, to my knowledge, hasn't shipped, and it's still, to my knowledge, it's something that, I don't know. I mean, how long do people want to wait for something that, yeah, it's supposedly waterproof, but it doesn't even have 4K camera. I mean, it's going to be, unfortunately, when and if it does hit the market as expected, it's probably going to be yesterday's technology at that point. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, GoPro, that has me excited. What has me excited, for one reason, because now I know I don't have to buy another drone probably until the end of the year when the GoPro Karma comes out, unless something else comes out of the woodwork that's just knocked my socks off. Now if there's a Typhoon type version that comes out and it has a technology as good or better than Lightbridge for FPV. Now again, I use FPV purely to ensure that my cameras lined up properly and I'm capturing what I want to capture. But having that extra, it's not the range that I'm interested in, it's the reliability that, you know, something that can transmit for a greater range. Ultimately, when you're at a closer range, it's probably going to be a consistently better FPV experience. And that's the thing with my Phantom 4 and my Phantom 3 Pro. And I've had troubleshooting challenges. I had to adjust my channel configuration to make it optimal. But I mean, ultimately, I can get really smooth. What is it? Is it 720p HD FPV streaming? It's more than clear enough for me to confirm that my camera on my Phantom 4 and my Phantom 3 Pro is properly aligned. But I'd like to see, you know, a future Typhoon model, or whatever they want to call it, have that sort of technology, if not better. Because I do like with the Typhoon H how they have the, you know, they've got the controller, and you don't have to bring your own iPod Touch. You don't have to bring your own iPhone, your iPad, whatever device you prefer to use. Most of the time I use the iPod Touch, as you've seen in multiple videos of mine. So I like the small travel size, the small travel weight. But yeah, they need to get that worked out, and they need to improve the battery life, because on paper the battery life is not even close to a Phantom 4 or even a Phantom 3 Pro. So not that those are big deals, you know, it does have landing gear that lets up. But with that said, at least at this point in time, I have not, and I'm going to test it again, check out my field test video, but I have not managed to get the Phantom 4's landing gear in the camera's field of view. Now I can the props and the quick disconnect prop guards, I've been able to do that, but getting the landing gear in the Phantom 4's field of view, I haven't been able to do that yet. But I'm going to keep trying, because I never want to assume that it's impossible. So I'm going to do a test flight and point the camera straight down and just fly very erratically, in a safe and responsible location obviously, but fly very erratically and see if I can get that landing gear in the frame. So with that being said, for me, the fact that, I mean, unless I'm out in the field and you know, and you think you're cool because you say, hey man, you know, your drone doesn't let the landing gear up like mine does. I mean, for some people that's important. You know, it's bragging rights. It's like, well, your landing gear doesn't even let up. I'm cooler than you are. But when it comes down to it, it would be of minimal benefit to me. I mean, sure, it's something that better reduces the chances of the propellers and/or landing gear in that case coming into the camera's field of view, but it's not. It's not something that's a necessity, because I mean, you can check out hundreds of my Phantom 3 Pro videos, and you can check out a growing number of my Phantom 4 videos, and you'll probably notice that I fly, and I don't, on a rare occasion I may capture a little bit of the propeller or the prop guard, but on most occasions I'm skillful enough with flying my DJI Phantom that I seldom get the props or the prop guards in the camera's field of view. So, you know, don't think that it's the cat's meow just because the landing gear lets up like an Inspire 1. I mean, it's sure, if you want it for the bragging rights, that's a different story. Because yeah, Phantom won't, at this point in time, Phantom will not allow the landing gear to retract. So if you want it for bragging rights, yeah, by all means, you know, go that route, because you're not going to get that at the time of posting this video in a Phantom. Hopefully it's something they'll release later, because it is a cool feature, but then again, it's something else that can break, and that's the other thing. You know, I like simplicity. I like you know, when you're dealing with trying to think of a good analogy here, let's see, and the more moving parts one has, or an object has, the more prone it is to break. Oh, a good example would be a wristwatch. So if you're getting an ultra complicated Swiss watch, it's probably going to be a situation where you're probably going to encounter more technical issues. So for that reason, most of my watches are just no date. I don't even have a date complication on this thing, because that's just something else to break. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but yeah, lots coming for the drone industry, and I think what's really going to be nice is once we finally see that drone that brings the spherical 360-degree camera to the table. because those are starting to become more popular on Facebook and YouTube, spherical videos. So imagine a spherical video on a drone where you've got a view below the drone and above the drone, and then when you're rewatching that video, you can, you know, look around in whatever direction or stay fixed on a single direction if you want to, while you're watching the recorded drone flight. So I mean, that's just something that to me is really cool, and I don't know why people haven't released it yet, and I'm hoping that's what GoPro Karma brings to the table, because I mean, there's already technology that's coming out. And again, on paper it looks good. It's called the Nikon Key Mission, and I'll have it on my channel as soon as it hits the market. But yeah, check out the Nikon Key Mission, because when it hits, I'll definitely have it featured here on Irish Guys Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy. And I'm hoping with that technology from a big name like Nikon hitting the market, that hopefully it'll really catch off, and hopefully it'll be done correctly. And I'm really shocked that GoPro has not released a spherical camera yet. Sure, you can get the little, in my opinion, extremely overpriced piece of plastic that mates multiple GoPros so that you can stitch the video together and create a spherical video. But I mean, that's cost prohibitive for me, and it's probably cost prohibitive for a lot of people. I'm looking for a $200 to possibly $500 unit that's 4K Ultra HD and does spherical. So we'll see what the future brings. Again, check out epicdroneshow.com for all past and then also all upcoming episodes of Epic Drone Show. Hope you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel too. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, IrixGuy here. I wanted to take a moment to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I'm an independent channel, and it's viewers like you that help me to continue to grow. I appreciate your viewership, and y'all have a good day.